March Madness and it's Market Madness. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Trading Live with Bubba. And, well, I mean, the Fed says they're going to cut rates. I don't know how they're going to do it. But, again, we said that if they do, it would be a political issue, and we'll see. Switzerland already cut rates. And, of course, we saw the market skyrocket. The Dow's over 40,000. Again, it is what it is. Again, it doesn't make sense. It's not justified, but you can't fight, as they say, City Hall. In the meantime, the Dow is up over 40,000 and the Russell's running. The Nasdaq is consolidating now, but it is higher, 174 on the day. The S&P is higher in the day. Gold was up big, is getting crushed. Oil's getting crushed again today. And the bonds and notes are going down. So that's a sign when bonds and notes go down, okay, that's telling you that interest rates are going up. So we'll see. Again, this is just a mess, and let's see if there's anything for us to trade right now while we're here. Potentially a trade coming in. Gold is a buy. Maybe the euro currency is a buy. We'll see. We'll watch. In the meantime, we'll flip over here and we'll come back. We got a couple of minutes anyways, so we might as well run through our list and see what's going on. Apple's getting creamed today a little bit. Not a surprise. Bounced off of where we said to sell put spreads. Okay. And rallied up right just almost to 180 and is now falling apart. Again, it's just really in a consolidation pattern. Nothing to worry about. And by the way, our two trades from Tuesday were both ended up being winners. Amazon, again, pushing up against that overbought position. Certainly would look to sell some put spreads there. Let's go back and see where we are. Make sure we don't miss a trade if there's one that shows up. No, not really. Not much. But gold's going to be a trade. So we'll see. We got to get another minute or so. We can go through another couple of charts here real quick. Coin exploding once again. Look at that. Right down to the mean. Bang. Back up to oversold. So, again, for my money, as soon as this settles, I'd look for a spot to settle and probably sell some call spreads here. And, again, everything is for either today or tomorrow's expiration. When you're selling premium, you want that cycle to expire as fast as it can. So that's what we're looking for. In the meantime, we are going to get a trade in gold here. Potentially, again, obviously we have two steps. We've got to see the first part, which we're seeing now, and then we have to go to look at part two. So let's see what's going on here. All right. And I think that's all we're going to get on this particular bar. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, but we'll see. We will see, but we will see. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be gold only. So we can flip over now to our 1 minute chart. Let's see what's going on right now. If we get an entry here, we don't have it yet, but if we get an entry above here, our stop would be at 2166. 2166 if we do get a trade. We don't have it yet, and it certainly could be lower. And the euro currency is very close, but again, in a slow market, I'm not looking to chase trades. Okay, that's one thing you want to learn in this business. And when markets are slow, we don't want to be chasing trades either. Okay, again, there's times to be aggressive and there's times to be passive. And right now, it's more of a time to be passive. Okay, that is something that is important to understand in the big scheme of it. We'll be a buyer of gold at 2173.60 or higher. Right now, there's no trade, and we have a new stop to look at. The new stop will be 2165. 2165. But right now, we still have no trade, so we're not even in yet to discuss our stop yet. Okay. So we're just waiting for it to potentially trigger a buy. Okay. And if it does, great. We'll be in. And if it doesn't, well, then we'll be waiting for the next trade. That's all. Again, we're not going to force it. Just remember, we are not going to force anything. Now, right now it would be a trade, but we got to wait. We got to wait the bar. We got to wait it out. Okay. It's 21.73.30 or higher is where we'll be willing to buy it. In other words, we want to be convinced that it actually is going higher. Okay. So it's still going lower. It's making new lows. So we're going to give us another stop to look at. And the new stop will be, we'll keep it at 65 for now. But we have no trade. Okay. Okay. So now on this bar, our entry would be 21.72.60 or higher. 21.72.60 or higher. And our stop is still the same, 65. Yeah, but we got to wait and let the bar complete. That's part of the business. This is that's your trigger signal. $73.10 or higher. 73.10 or higher. No trade, looks like. No trade. Okay, on to the next part. Okay, so we continue to watch, and let's just see if anything else is starting to trigger while we're hanging out here. Not really. Maybe the S&P, maybe the euro currency again. We'll see. Again, this is what we're watching and waiting for. Markets, for as much as they're up, they look kind of weak. Interestingly enough. So we'll see. All right. And so as we come into, this is not going to, right now the gold's not going to be a trade anyways, as you can see. So we can just stay here for a minute and see what's developing, if anything. There's a lot of things close, but I am not going to reach for anything, okay? There's a lot of things that are close, but we're not going to reach. That is not our plan. That is not what we do. Again, there are times to be aggressive. Again, this is not one of them. So we'll sit back and wait and watch, and we'll see if we can get our gold trade. And the other ones may get easier or get better for us as well. But right now, we're just going to sit. Sit on your hands. That's sometimes the best trade, okay? You know, again, making a decision not to make a trade is as good as making a trade. Okay. So we'll see if there's anything developing here once again. And the answer is not really, but we don't know yet. We have to wait. Okay, and gold 72.60 or above will be a buyer. Okay, you can buy gold if you want to trade with me. Okay, and we're going to put our orders into sell. Put our stop in first. 65. Put my sell orders above at 40, 74, and 75. Okay. Okay. All right. We're out of one at a profit. Move your stop to break even if you took the trade. Okay. If you took the trade, move your stop to break even. Okay, so you get a profit no matter what. And if it runs, great. If it doesn't run, then we'll just take the money. Okay. That's kind of the workings of what we're doing. And let's just see if there's anything else developing here where we are taking a peek, and not really. Okay, I got another gold off, so now I've got half a position on with a stop at break even. Pretty good spot to be in. Okay, that's what we're talking about. All right, and let it trade, and we'll see what happens. See if we get anything else while we're sitting here. Potential sell on the NASDAQ, potential sell on the S&P. That's really about it. Coming up. Doesn't look like anything's going to hold here. All right, so we're still in our gold position and half a position. And doesn't look like we're going to get a trade here. So let's go back to the main board and check it out. Meta up against oversold. I'd sell call spreads. Google, call spreads. IWM, call spreads. Pretty consistent message because the market's going straight up. In fact, I'm going to go sell the SPYs right now myself. Hold on. Let me just get it set up here. No. Tomorrow, today is the 21st. And I'm going to sell the 524. 525 for 29 cents. I'm not going to sell it yet. I'm going to wait for a little while. I might have to reach into the money a little bit. I won't take, on this trade, I won't take less than 30 cents. So I might have to wait for a minute unless I want to go in the money. What does it look like in the money a little bit? 47 cents. Now I'm going to wait. I'm not ready to commit yet. I didn't get enough. I was too busy doing other things. So I will wait on that. Let's see what the Qs look like. It's on a different screen. Sorry. But I will tell you what it is when I see it. The Qs sell the 448. 448, 49. Yeah, I can do the Qs for 40 cents, the 448, 449, which I will do. I will work it anyways. I don't know if I don't get filled, I don't get filled, but I'm going to sell the 448.49 call spread. Okay. And so now we come back down here and Microsoft, again, overbought. Call spread should be sold. NVIDIA, monster. Again, I've not done well with this, and I've stopped trading for a while, but I do check it out all the time. This would certainly be an area to look to sell some call spreads, but I am not. The Qs, of course, very overbought. Certainly, I'm trying to sell them right now, as you know. Square would be a seller of call spreads. The SPY we talked about, seller of call spreads. Okay, and again, you don't have to. And again, don't force them. Remember, there's plenty of trades. We don't have to force anything. Okay, that's the thing you always have to remember. We don't have to force anything. Okay, if the trade isn't there, you don't make it. All right, it's that simple. If there's not a trade, you don't make the trade. Okay, and that's something we always want to remember. Okay, is that we don't have to force any trades if they're not there for us. I mean, there's no point to that. There's no edge in jamming a trade in that really isn't that great of a qualifier, right? Okay, so let's just see where we are. Okay, so there is nothing really coming up at the moment. Potentially crude could be a potential trade. My Q's just filled. So I'm short the Q call spread, 448, 449. And looks like we might get a trade here in crude. A little bit more juice, por favor. And gold, we're stopped out of in full. So profitable trade, but out. And on to the next trade. And crude is going to be a trade. So. Okay, so let's go right now to the board, and our stop's going to be in crude 81.28. 81.28, but we have no trade yet, but 81.28 is the stop for now. Okay, looks like we're going to go to trading crude here, most likely. Okay, go ahead for it. Go for it if you want. And again, of course, put your stop in and put your orders in below to work. Okay. All right, we're short crude and gold we're stopped out. And here we are waiting for the next potential event. Okay. Not a lot going on. As I said, it's kind of quiet. So we'll see. Not an outstanding trading day, but we're doing fine, which is a good thing. And again, with Tesla, again, really in the middle of nowhere, no potential trade win, really no potential trade. So again, you got to make your decisions. And what you're really looking for is those that are overextended one way or the other. Okay, because again, that's really where it comes down to, where you allow yourself the opportunity to take advantage of the higher probability trade that you're making. Obviously, these are very short-term trades, and we're certainly want to make money and get to break even and then give it a chance to run in our favor. But again, at least if we can get off one or two and then get to a spot of break even, we're then in great shape, and that's what we're always trying to do. In the meantime, it's just sitting. It's not going down. It's not going up. It's kind of in mid-range. We're stuck a little bit, but nothing to get too excited about. And that's always something to remember. And let's see. So again, it's not doing anything of note. So this is what we do. We sit and we wait. You got to be patient. Okay. Now, all right. Well, you're going to have to, if you took the trade, you're going to have to work to stop on your own. Just remember, if you get one off, then move your stop in full to break even. You know where your overall stop is, and we'll see how it trades out from there. We got a few seconds left just in case, but again, I want to tell you what to do so you know where you're going and what to do with it. In the meantime, there really isn't anything else really showing up anyways. And I'm not going to force any trades into these. It's March Madness after all. All right, guys, have a great day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the madness, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday.
All opinions expressed by Tradier Hub contributors are solely the contributors' opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Tradier nor its affiliates and/or subsidiaries. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Hub contributors as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or to follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of their opinion. The contributors' opinions are based on their own personal research, but neither Tradier nor its affiliates and/or subsidiaries warrants its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. Any trades or positions discussed or referred to by contributors may or may not be actual live trades or positions. Such information is not intended to be financial or investment advice. Tradier Inc. is the parent company of Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. and Tradier Inc. are separate entities with their own products and services. Securities products and services are offered through Tradier Brokerage Inc. Tradier Brokerage Inc. is an independent subsidiary of Tradier Inc., all rights reserved, member FINRA SIPC.